score 40-36. While Judge Barbara Perez has it 39-37. All for the winner by unanimous decision, the crown jewel.
You know it's AB, always balling, always boarding, a lot of bills. You know what's going on, man. You know, shout out to Crown Jewels Boxing, man. You know, my people. You know, they get it in over there, straight up.
Lamar Peterson giving a shout out to CrownJewelBoxing.com.
What's good, YouTube? It's your guy Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing. Back to drop a gem. With his big win, or his win over David Avanesian this past Saturday, Terrence Crawford is still being talked about a lot. I don't know if you guys can remember when that fight was first reported. I just didn't see how he would make $10 million from a brand new company for a fight of that magnitude. Well, from a couple of the reports I've been reading, he didn't. It was all a lie. From what I understand, his take home is somewhere between $2.5 and $6 million. Nothing to sneeze at, of course, but a far cry from the $10 million that he said he was getting, that most people felt would justify him walking away from the Errol Spence fight. Speaking of Errol Spence, he said he was spinning the block. Well, he's already made his intentions known by trolling Terrence Crawford with a Big Fish t-shirt in which he's on the phone at a door that looks like it's Terrence Crawford's door, with Terrence Crawford behind the door peeking out like he's scared to answer the phone or answer the door. So I guess Earl's letting us know he still wants that fight. True to form, he don't need a tune-up. He don't care about how long he's been inactive. He wants to go right into that unification bout. Also, Terrence Crawford came out and said, I'll be ready to go again in April or May. You ready to go again in April or May? Why not Errol Spence? I hope to see that fight happen. He hasn't committed to saying he wants Spence. He says he's a free agent. We'll see what's on the table. The BLK Prime was a one-off deal. So, you know, he kind of just left it to our imagination. So we don't know what's going to go down there. Also, 5-division world champion, Hall of Fame, iconic, great fighter, probably the best fighter over the last 40 years, Floyd Money Mayweather, has finally responded publicly to losing his most successful and prize fighter in Gervonta Tank Davis. And he kind of hinted to a little bit, you know, he wished him well, but you can tell he felt a little bitter about Tank being gone. He basically said, you know, you meet a kid, you give him your autograph, you tell him you're going to make him world champion one day. Some years later, you end up signing him. You make good on your promise. You make him a world champion and a superstar. And now, you know, he feels like he's ready to spread his wings and fly on his own, so you wish him the best. I think that was, you know, a pretty honest way to address that. You know, to lose a fighter of the magnitude of Tank, it would have to bother pretty much anybody. You know, the best fighter, the biggest fighter in your company. But he wished him well, you know, so no real news there. I do find it kind of odd, though, that the Rise podcast goes live with guys from Mayweather's gym, and Tank did leave the door open saying that this fight was a test run. He didn't rule out working with Floyd again. And Floyd's being, you know, pretty civil when speaking about Tank. Something about that. I don't know if Floyd just assuming a different role, or I don't know what's going on, but it seems like they're either still connected or will be connected in the near future. Also, I rewatched the Teofimo Lopez fight against Sandor Martin. Teo lost the fight. He was dropped twice. One was called a slip. It wasn't a slip. He's a sucker for a check hook. He got hit with a check right hook twice and dropped twice. And justifiably should have lost the fight, but he got a gift of a decision. People are talking about whether or not he's done. Even Devin Haney came out and said he got ruined by George Kambosos. I don't feel that. I don't feel he got ruined. I feel he got exposed. I believe he is who he's always been. You know, I believe he did a good job of talking and marketing himself. He can punch, and he's explosive, and he dances. He's very marketable. So I think we kind of looked and thought he was a little better than he was. And I think the Vasily Lomachenko fight was just a great stylistic matchup for him. But when he gets in there with those bigger 140-pounders that are just as strong as him, if not stronger, where he can just impose his size, I think we're saying who he really is. He's a good fighter, not a great fighter, and he can't compete with the Tanks, the Shakur Stevensons, or the Devin Haneys of the world. That's just my opinion. That's pretty much all I have for y'all right now. Until next time, keep your hands up, keep your chin down, and your ass off the floor. Peace.